This video is made for adult collectors because I'm an adult and I'm geeking out. Bionicle's been in my life more than Transformers has, and it means a lot to me. It helped me get through several moves, large changes in my life, bullying, etc, etc. And to see it go twice was pretty sad. But today, we have something incredibly special. We have a new Bionicle set from LEGO in 2023. Quickly before I get started, I do have a Patreon in case you want to check it out and support the channel further. You do not have to. If you don't want to, that's completely fine, but it'll be linked below. But this is brick built. Let's just get that out of the way right now. This is a gift with purchase. Gift, meaning they aren't making any money off of this. You aren't paying for the Bionicle. You're paying for all the sets you need to get this. So they're selling this at a 100% loss. So getting large specialized pieces in a gift like this is very unlikely because of how expensive they are to replace. That and LEGO destroys molds they haven't used in a while, and most of those Bionicle molds have been destroyed, so even if they were to bring back the original Tahu, which they did consider, it would be way too expensive to recreate those molds for a free gift with purchase. I bought all of these to get Tahu, and my quick thoughts: Monkey Kid Mech is basically Exoforce and super articulated. I love it. The Technic truck is small and great, and I haven't built the rest at the time of recording this. So working with what they had available to them, this is so epic. It's brick built, but it has a lot of emulations and references to the old Tahu set from back in 2001. God, that was 22 years ago. That was 22 years ago that thing came out. Now, if you're a Transformers fan watching this, because, you know, my viewership is Transformers fans, and you don't know what Bionicle is or anything about it, I'll link a website below that has all the books, comics, movies, games, etc. on it if you want to ever get into it. But basically, it's about biological robots fighting evil and shit. That's like the basic description I could give you. I love how they textured the arm like the original and how the ball joint is in his chest. They even did the pistons in his torso. I love the details. The mask can come off, and they did build a custom head at the back so you can like swap the masks around, and they actually do function like that, so I love how they kept that there. Obviously, I would have loved to have seen actual masks, but gift with purchase. There's actually people who have already started printing masks for this, like other versions, Galis, Onuas, Kopakas, blah blah blah. So if you want to build the other Toa, those files are out there, and that's just awesome. You also get Takua, because why the hell not, eh? He's great. All the pros of Tahu are present with the mask stuff and the details. He matches the old style super well. I don't have an original Takua, but I have this Motorin, so that's all you get. I do wish, however, that the budget for Takua would have gone into Tahu to maybe make him slightly bigger and a little bit more articulated, but I'll talk about that more in the articulation segment. Takua can hold his disc, and they gave him the friggin' Matanui online game backpack. Like, yes, thank you. He can peg into the back of Tahu, and you can recreate the getting closer to the falls look thing, which is really cool. However, Takua loves to fall off. He just loves to fall off. I wish this connection was a bit more solid. Speaking of the falls, though, the little extra build you get is a rock board with a lava base, and it's a super fun build, the way that they got the round shape out of it. Tahu can peg into the board and look cool, and you can pose him around still, but due to the way his legs work, he looks kind of awkward standing on the board in a lot of poses, and ankle tilt would have really helped that. Speaking of posing, he is so damn posable. I'm going to show you some of the poses so you can get a feel for it yourself, because it's nuts, especially for a Bionicle, or anything from LEGO. Okay, one annoying thing is every time I remove him off the base, the little panels that keep him in place stay on his feet. Idiot. There we go. So one thing Bionicle's done that I've noticed is they've gone the Transformers route of doing modern toys. And what I mean by that is you have 2003 Hotshot and 2023 Hotshot. Now, 2003 Hotshot, very limited articulation. It's not exactly the main focus. The main focus is the gimmicks, which in this case you plug a Minicon into his butt and press it, and he fires a missile. It didn't exactly work the greatest. Hang on. Press the button. There we go. And there goes Minicon's arm. But pretty much it has a gimmick and limited articulation, right? While this one, the whole gimmick is the articulation, and that's all it really does, right? It poses and it transforms, and that's it. Very similar to what these are doing. See, this guy has the one function there, the one function there. This guy has no function, but it's crazy posable, right? This dude has like that. See, there he goes. So I find that interesting that LEGO has gone that route with this of just going posable, because they did try to, they did consider trying to bring this back, but it's too expensive. Now, before actually, let's do Takua's posing first. You got ball jointed neck, swivel at the arms that can go up and down, and ball joint at the feet. So he's posable, I guess. I mean, that's all you really can do, but he's a Matoran. Like, the originals were just this. Static. Tahu, on the other hand, is full of stuff because he used mixel joints and hinges, which I like the use of mixel joints because it still feels like Bionicle because you're putting ball joints together. So that was nice. But anyways, the head rotates quite a lot. Like, you get a huge range out of this, which is nice. I wish it could look down a little bit further, but that's just due to how the mask like sticks out. Shoulders can go a full 360. They can go in and out, and this little shoulder pad piece that's meant to mimic the ball joint does get out of the way, which is nice. No bicep swivel. Now, normally on a Bionicle set, you would have clearance for the joint. Let me show you. Here is a Bionicle set, and it does not have a bicep swivel. However, because of the way the ball joint's constructed, you can simulate one enough to like be useful, right? Same with the thigh swivels. This new one here doesn't quite have the clearance to allow for a simulated bicep swivel. You can get a tiny bit, but that's it. And that does limit it quite a bit, actually. Like, you can get his arm in that way, but when he's like this, you can't rotate the arm in. Kind of annoying. Single jointed elbows that bend all the way because they're the hinge joints, nothing at the wrists, obviously. I mean, it's small. What did you expect? Torso. Now, he does have a waist joint that can do a full 360 degrees. Yay, and it can crunch back and side to side. Really cool. No crunch forward though, unfortunately, and I feel like that would have been nice. Obviously, if they ever like do this again for another gift with purchase or like its own standalone thing, I would like them to improve that a little bit as well, because getting these guys to crunch forward would be really cool, because the back's nice, but the forward would have been nice too. But I love how you can like make him so dynamic in his torso now, because this was static. He just fell over again off screen. Hips are on ball joints. They're also out of focus. They can go forward. They can go back all the way. And because of how they're constructed, they can go out all the way too. He does not have a thigh swivel. However, he has a ball joint at the knee, so you have a knee swivel. So you can utilize that as your thigh swivel if you want to. Knees can bend 90 degrees in both directions if you want to be that person. And there's no ankle tilt. And that's something I also wish this had. I have seen people use these hinge joints in here to give him the ankle tilt, and that would have been really cool. I think they didn't do that though, because then you wouldn't be able to like put the pegs at the bottom of his feet. But that would have been nice, because there's a lot of times where you want to get him standing and his feet just kind of look awkward standing there like that. So yeah, but he is extremely posable for a Bionicle and for a Lego figure, because I just built Zane's mech like yesterday, and oh my god, that thing is so awkward. Granted, this is quite posable too. Like, if you're an action figure collector, you want to buy this mech. The only thing that's weird about it is the elbows, but you can fix that. Because like, he's got the pseudo thigh swivel. He has knees, ankle pivots, forward and back, all that sort of stuff. Finger articulation. So like, yeah. This is something I would definitely recommend to an action figure collector to buy, because it's really cool. And same with this, honestly. Like, it's neat. I like it a lot. Even if I wasn't a Bionicle fan, as an action figure collector, this thing is really cool. Transformation, wait, no, that's not right. Huh? What? I'm stupid. I love this. I really do. It's such a nice thing to have, but it's a shame it's locked behind a gift with purchase limited run. And that is $100 US you gotta spend in order to get this for free. I have had friends get this off eBay and Bricklink for like 40 to 60 bucks ish US, which is less than the threshold, which is quite nice actually, but I used it to get into Ninjago. I've started watching the show, I bought a bunch of the sets, so I was okay with buying the whole slew of sets I got. I do hope LEGO doesn't let this die. While I don't see Bionicle returning as a full line yet, maybe like 2 icon sets a year of large Bionicle sets would be nice. It would just be cool to really at least release one a year or something like that, of just like big location, the Paraka Stronghold, the Kini Nui, the friggin' Kodrex, whatever. It'd be so nice. I really wish LEGO would also license the Bionicle name and designs to like 3-0 or Bandai or hell even Hasbro to get statues, models, DLX figures, 6-inch figures, etc. But that's my look at the Bionicle gift with purchase. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.